early. I think it's 5 a.m. right now. Let me get a proper assessment of the time. It's 5:33 right now. I am heading into the airport so I can head home to London. That's my current situation. And I have a very fun day planned. It's like very packed. I started this morning getting up at like 10 past 4 in the morning. I'm probably gonna go to sleep tonight at like 11:30. So yeah. This has got to be the most random breakfast. Calamari rings and then a fruit salad. But I'm really craving calamari. So that's what I'm gonna have. Turns out the whole back of the plane is free, so I've just couched myself down nicely. I think we'll take enough. What's up, guys? I landed at about 7:20. My black coffee, and then it was like 7:48, and I was looking at the Gatwick Express because that's where you land if you fly from Edinburgh on EasyJet to London. And the Gatwick Express said it was going at 7:49, and it was 7:48, and I was like, I've just been chilling, getting a coffee, I need to run. Because the next train was like 25 minutes later. Sprinted, got on the train, and now it's like packed. So I like slowly walked into first class. I'm definitely not meant to be here. I'm trying to read my book and chill before I get into London, and I go to my mum's spinning class at 9:30. I need to work today. I was going to say, and then I need to drink coffee, but that's not like a thing that you have to book in. And then I have dinner tonight, so far everything's going really well. I don't feel tired, it's all good, so I'm just going to keep chilling. And I'm really excited to see my mum, because I haven't seen her in forever. And the thing that says first, shh. Everybody's kind of like set up on their bike. Eva's gonna come out the bathroom and we're gonna do our spin class. And I'm excited for it, although I always die at these, so we'll see how it goes. It just worked out. I'm here with Eva from Build and Blossom. Hello. Time is now 11.
There isn't a class at 12:30.
There is a class at 12:30.
12.
Oh, is it 12? Okay, so then we need to just get a move on and get some food on the way.
It's full body.
Oh, okay, that's good. Apart from all the arm stuff.
All the arms in the body, yeah.
I don't know why I have such trouble saying your name. I like freak out before I say it.
What, before you say
Ava? I know, because I think maybe it's Ava, but it's not
call
Eva.
me either. Just whatever's easier for
No,
you.
no, because it's not your name. Eva. So Eva went to an F45 class yesterday. How was it?
Like, I can't lift my arms. And we did a spin class and I was like, oh, it'll be fine, like spin class legs. And then we come through here and she's like, okay, grab weights, let's go.
Stuff. It was a killer, even though they were like 4 kilograms. Right now we're gonna go get some food on the way to Barry's and do a full body class.
Yeah, should we just do a pit stop?
Pit stop. We've now got to Picard Street. I just made that up. I don't know where we are. We're on London Street, Bathurst.
Great name, shit street.
This doesn't live up to the name, you know? Like, it could be so much better. I should have tried to see if we could have done the 12:30 class. It's really intense.
There was a 12 or a 1. Could have done the 1. It's
Could have done the 1. Could have done the 1.
Our instructor's called T. Spelled T-E-E.
Interesting. Original.
No, we're doing it. We're vlogging.
We actually, this very nice man off to take a picture, so obviously I can't. I can smell pizza smell.
But I'm so ready for this.
I know. We and Eva just got to Pizza East and the food is so good. Vloggers forever.
Yeah.
Pizza East, because like East London.
Yeah, okay.
So cool.
We are to East. We have...
This is so good.
That?
No, that.
Oh, right, yeah.
I haven't tried this yet. Have a bit that doesn't have crab in it.
Crab's touched it.
At all.
It's not worth it.
Is it not? At all cool at all? Okay, fine, fair enough. I'm having the linguine lobster. It looks so beautiful. Good stars. We're gonna go film some exercise with sculpting fat burn and then do a boxing class. Can you see my face is still like swollen? I'm still like, I'm wearing this Gymshark t-shirt, which I'll put the link below, and then these Forever 21 shorts. I decided to start off by doing some narrow stance leg press, mainly because I'm also working on my quads. So if you want to really develop your hamstrings and your glutes, make sure that your feet are actually at the wider stance than the narrow stance. But here what you want to do is have your feet around 3 inches or less, keep your feet onto the platform and extend your legs fully in front of you, but make sure that you don't lock your knees or that's going to be incredibly painful and very dangerous. Push mainly with the heels of your feet using your quads and then go back to the starting position as you exhale. Here I'm doing a lying hamstring curl, and what you want to do is keep your torso flat on the bench, and I was just holding either side to make sure that I had my balance. Lift one of your legs up and tense your glutes and your hamstrings as you do this, but without extending your upper body so you're not overextending. This is probably my favorite exercise for targeting my underbutt hamstrings, and then it also works your quads at the same time. If you just use the pull-up machine in your gym and then you can step down onto the machine rather than standing straight up like you would when you're doing a pull-up, sit back into the exercise a little bit more so that you can really kind of feel it in your hamstrings and your glutes. Single leg deadlifts are probably the exercise which have taken me the longest amount of time to be able to do, considering they look a little bit easier than when you actually perform them. These are great for your hamstrings. What you want to do is, I like to hold 2 dumbbells in my hand, but you can also go for kettlebells or just hold 1 kettlebell. Make sure that you're standing on one leg, and the leg that you're standing on, you want to be bending at the knee as you bend at the hip and extend your free leg behind you for balance. Continue lowering the dumbbells as you come close to the ground, and you want to try and get parallel to the ground if possible. Tense your glute and then come back up and repeat. For glute bridges, you want to lie with your back down on the floor and your hands extended either side of you with your palms facing down on the mat. Lift your hips off the ground until your knees, hips and shoulders form a straight line, and squeeze those glutes when you do that. Hold your position for a couple seconds and then come back down, and then switch it up by doing single leg. I basically store fat in my underbutt. If you're like me and you kind of store fat there, or you're just looking to like tone up your hamstrings and your glutes, then I wanted to give you kind of like 4 or 5 simple steps as to what I've been doing to kind of make sure that I tone up those areas and like grow the muscle in particular, and they're all to do with like diet and exercise and cardio. My first step would be, if you're looking to kind of just focus on your legs, would be number 1, identify what your goal is. I feel like that's my number 1 goal in everything. I'm like, identify your goal. Seriously, that is probably the biggest one, because if you have skinny, slender legs and you're looking to develop the muscle, like what your goals are going to be are obviously going to be different to somebody who has bigger muscles, somebody who has a mesomorph kind of body who can put on fat and muscle a lot quicker. Everybody is different, so your goal is going to be different from the next person's goal. If you are particularly slender or you're naturally, you've got great genes and you're athletic, then you're probably going to want to be focusing more on lifting heavier weights and eating in a calorie surplus so you can make sure that you're really building the muscle, in contrast to somebody who puts on fat and muscle like pretty easily, in which case you want to be like upping your cardio, being in a calorie deficit, so you'll be like leaning your legs out. But there are points which are similar to both groups, so I'm going to run through those. After you've clarified your goals, my second point would be your diet. You want to make sure that you're having a lot of protein and vegetables, fruit, just healthy kind of clean foods. You want to be avoiding sugary simple carbs because you get like a sugar crash and you're not full at all, like it doesn't sustain you throughout the day, so you'll tend to be eating more food, you'll be building up that kind of layer of fat around your thighs and not getting that kind of shape that you want to get. I'm not saying don't have carbs. I would be the biggest hypocrite if I ever said that because I literally live for carbs, but you want to be going for things like more complex carbs, so like brown rice, whole wheat, that will make you feel more full and also keep your energy sustained throughout the day. Protein is also vital because, as I'm sure you guys know, it helps you build muscle. It also raises your metabolism and that will help you shed fat quicker. So if you're looking to get that kind of like sculpted thigh look, then you want to be kind of burning fat around your thighs. If you are looking to be in a calorie deficit, then definitely fill up on water. That would be my third point. Water, sleep, they're kind of like the basic things which apply to just like being a natural healthy person or just like a living organism. I definitely recommend having a lot of water before a meal just so that you kind of control your portions a little bit more. That's not to say fill up on water and then don't eat, because I would totally be against that. You just want to make sure that you're having a lot of water in your diet. Like try and just always go for water. Also helps with weight loss, so water, sleep, you just want to make sure you're like kind of living a healthy lifestyle in general, but that's kind of like for your full body and your mind and everything. I would also recommend increasing your cardio, just because cardio is going to help you burn calories. You can incorporate things like incline walking, for example. That's something which I really love just because I kind of get bored if I'm meant to be running on the treadmill for like an hour. It is just boring for me. I'll try and change it up. Like if you saw in my last video, I was incorporating cardio into my regime. Do things like walk on like 15 incline and then run maybe on like 6 kilometers per hour. Also going to be toning the muscles in your legs, like building the muscle whilst burning the fat. And it's great because you can work on your glutes at the same time, your hamstrings. If you do things like kickbacks, which is also my last video, you can really target your glutes at the same time, really get that underbutt bit. My last point would be probably the one where you're like, why has she not said this yet? It's such a big point. But your actual workouts. If you're not using enough weight, then it's not going to be challenging your body and it won't be changing the muscles in your body. So you want to make sure that you're using heavy enough weight. Apparently I really miss Scotland. I'm in London right now and I just put on a Scottish accent for no reason. To make sure that you're using enough weight so that the muscle can tear, and then make sure you're having enough protein so that when it repairs itself, there's more protein synthesis allowed to happen so that the muscles can actually grow. I definitely also recommend doing exercises which target all the muscles in your legs. If you're just specifically trying to work on your hamstrings, great, but you don't want to have like an out of whack, unbalanced body. So make sure you're doing things like squats. That's going to be indirectly targeting your quads at the same time as your glutes and your hamstrings and your calves, like all the muscles in your legs. If you don't want to grow, for example, your quads, which is quite like a common thing, then do exercises which indirectly target your quads. Unless you do want to do exercises that target your quads, then definitely incorporate those too. And remember to make sure that you're using heavy weight for them. I just keep slamming my thighs because you can't see, but I keep holding my thighs to like imagine what I'm saying, if that makes sense. In my Sculpt and Fat Burn guide, which is coming out March 12th, a week today. Is it a week today? What day is today? I'm told. Yes! So my Sculpt and Fat Burn guide is coming out a week today, which is so exciting. There are a whole bunch of exercises which target your leg muscles through compound exercises and through specific leg days and lower body days. The guide is divided into 4 parts, so you're going to be increasing your metabolism whilst building lean muscle, then heading into the full body recomposition stage, and then the fat burn stage, so you can really kind of like burn that layer of fat and then see the muscles underneath, which will help you see the shape and tone your legs a lot more and in that underbutt. Thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next week. Bye! Welcome to Covent Garden, everybody. Welcome to Covent Garden. Apparently this week is Women's Week, so my mum has a friend who's a comedian, female comedian, so we're out right now and we're gonna go check out some of her comedy stuff. Her name is Sindhu V. Apparently she's very funny, so I hope that I'm gonna laugh, basically. Okay, so I decided to include this kind of random footage specifically for the weirdness and awfulness of my laugh in the very last clip. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Listen to my laugh. Goodbye.